A verbo is for sharing all kinds of
It is 1 o'clock. It is Monday. It is time for the Monday message. So excited to be chatting with everybody today. Had a crazy week on the road last week. It was awesome getting out, getting to Atlanta, spending some time with Adam Burge. We've got stuff going on there, going on to Dallas. We got stuff going on there. And then in Salt Lake City, which is now becoming a regular stop for me in a sponsored Alliance hotspot. So we got stuff going on all over. We've got the boot camp here at the office this Saturday. So much good stuff going on all over. I'm excited about today's call for a couple of reasons. One, we're going to talk about success. We've got Mercedes, who killed it on the IUL leads first week on the IUL leads, killed it. And then on top of that, we've got Jared and Rachel Doucette, who were top rookie recruiters in the whole Alliance last year. And I want you to hear what they have to say. I love seeing new blood come on and make things happen. You know why I love seeing new blood come on and make things happen? It's encouraging, right? Anytime you see someone that's like they're discouraged, they're down, they're negative, there's two things that they're not doing. One, they're not reading, and two, they're not bringing new people into their team direct to them. The reason being, if you're not bringing in new directs, it's going to put you into a negative mode. Why? Because eventually people frustrate you. But if you keep on bringing in new people, then you'll meet sharp people like the sharp people we've got coming on the base, and you go, oh my God, this is awesome. This is the best thing ever. If you only got the same people over and over, eventually you're going to get discouraged. So that's why I love seeing a couple like Jared and Rachel come on and kill this thing. And I want them to talk to y'all today. But let's get right into the leaderboards. We got submit all producers over 1,000. Keeping in mind that we do not have good submit data for a lot of the carriers. So these are just the ones that reported on the website. I'm sorry, or reported through the Discord. Report through the Discord every week. We want to recognize you for the production that you submitted last week. All producers over 1,000. We'll start with Alex, Josh Owens, Cleo, Angel, Allison, Madeline, Mallory, Andre Lee, Barrett, Jeremy, Sherrick there, Christine. We got Camille, part of Mimi's team, Jessica Rasmussen, Rogers and Kim Straughter, David Helgeson, Miguel. He's new in the direct base, and I'm telling you, my guys here at the office are fired up about Miguel, which has got me fired up about Miguel. He's going to kill this thing. We've got Tom Payne, we've got the Deckers, Jeremico, we've got Richard, we got David. Let's look at our top five submit for this. Top five submit for last week. Nick Greco submitting over $6,910.23. You got Mark Hutchison submitting $8,156.80. You got Aaron Wilson submitting $11,724.36. She was one of the rookie sensations last year that came on strong in the Alliance. At the boot camp here at our office this Saturday, if you can at all possibly get to Asheville this Saturday, I'm telling you, she's going to be talking to the boot camp. You're going to want to hear what she has to say. We're going to have her talking about phone work, and we're going to have her teaching nitty-gritty details about how to be successful in the home. She's going to talk about how to be prepared, what information you need to collect, how to collect it. She's going to get into the weeds on that, and it is going to be some good stuff. So if you can get to Asheville this Saturday, get yourself to Asheville. It's going to be awesome. We're not only going to have training, we're going to have phenomenal training. We're going to kick off at 9. We're going to run till 5. We're going to have a big lunch together. At 5, we're going to have a big barbecue block party. Going to be a good time. Mike Guerra's going to be there, one of the top builders in the country, and just somebody that you want to not only hear from in a training, but somebody you want to spend some time with in a social setting like that. So Aaron Wilson, looking forward to hearing what she has to say at the boot camp. You can get to Asheville, North Carolina this Saturday. I'm telling you, it'd be worth driving. It'd be worth flying. It'd be worth, you could probably get here if you started walking now. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would be worth that. All right. Number 2 submit last week, Adam and Cindy Burge coming in $13,793.48. And our guest for the call, IULs, coming on, killing it. You know, I love when people take action when they're not afraid. You know what I'm saying? There's 3 types of people. One that'll never take action on change, right? Those are those folks that just they nothing change. Not only does change terrify them, they deny change, right? They don't want to try nothing new, don't want nothing, right? Then there's folks that are what's called late adapters. They're going to wait for about a dozen people to be successful before they're willing to try something. Then there are leaders like Mercedes that said, we literally had a conference call about the new IUL leads, and she's like, I'm in, let's go. Boom, $22,412 submitted last week. Number one submit, Mercedes, way to go. And again, we don't get good submit data from all the carriers. So if you don't have your numbers up there, they're not what you actually wrote. Just please make sure you're submitting them to us every week through the Discord, because we want to give you all the recognition that we possibly can. Congratulations, Mercedes, number one producer for the week that was. Top 5 paychecks. Man, we got some people paid last week. Look at Mimi Ramiro getting deposited last week, $4,846.58. You got Jeremy Go Edwards getting deposited, $5,460.86. Adam Burge got a deposits across Monday, Wednesday, Friday, $5,666.26. Mark Hutchison got $11,584.71 deposited last week alone. Look at that number one paycheck last week, Mr. Nick Greco, $19,076.28 deposited last week alone. Guys, with the new seminar system that we've got with these IUL leads, I'm telling you, this paycheck leaderboard, we might want to expand it to top 10 just because I want to get as many up there as possible. I'm telling you, these numbers are going to go crazy. When you see people writing 20 grand a week in IULs, when you see Bell and Jake Krause, they uncovered 19 million in assets their first seminar. So I'm telling you, they sold over 20 trusts already. But it's that these numbers are gonna get crazy, and I can't wait. I just can't wait to watch it. I'm telling you, last year, number one personal producer was Megan Wood, right at $1 million in issue paid premium. I think with the new IUL leads, with the seminar systems coming on, I think you're gonna have to do $1 million in issue paid premium to get in the top 10 this year. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, the wave that's coming. I'm just telling you. All right, let's go to our next slide. Recruiting last week, the base shop putting them in. Let's go to our next slide. Cabo, look at all the people on track for Cabo. Mr. David Helgeson leading the way so far on the Cabo leaderboard. Here's the thing. Cabo is going to be epic. How do you win Cabo? You win Cabo by going to the events. We gave 100,000 bonus credit to all the new people that went to National Convention. That was their first event. There's going to be another bonus credit to all the new people that come to View from the Edge, April 12th through the 14th. Everybody that was already with us got a bonus credit for being at National Convention. Everybody that's already with us is going to get another bonus credit for being at View from the Edge. So here's how you win the trips. Right production, be at all the events. That's how you win the trips. Next slide. My travel schedule, we got the boot camp coming up here, March 9th. That's this Saturday. Get here, get here, get here, get here. I'm telling you, if you've been on the fence, even if you're like, I'm not going, just think about it one more time. Think about it one more time. Just lean in. I'm telling you, it's going to be awesome. It's a time that we can spend time in the nuances that we can't do at bigger events, that we can't get to at a hot spot, that we can't get to at the bigger events. We will get into the nuances of selling, building, recruiting, products, how the products work. We'll have Michelle Hilliker from American Amicable. She'll be here so you can connect with her. It's going to be phenomenal. Register for the boot camp. We'll send another link out. If you need the link, text me, text somebody. We will get you the link. We want you to get here. All right, March 18th, I'm headed back on the road going to Detroit, Michigan. Excited to be there. March 19th, I'm going to be in Salt Lake City again. I told you I am dedicated and committed to that market. I'm just telling you, if you could see what I see, you would see massive opportunity. All right. March 19th, going to be in Atlanta, Georgia, another place I see a lot of massive opportunity. April 4th, Mercedes, I'll be with you guys down there in Fort Lauderdale. So excited, looking forward to that. April 22nd, Detroit, Michigan. April 23rd, Salt Lake City again. April 24th, Atlanta, Georgia. Tell me where you've got sharp people coming up. I want to help you grow. View from the Edge. The early bird price goes up tonight at midnight. This is not a drill. Tonight at midnight, the early bird price of $399 It's going up. So here's what I would do if I were you. If I don't have my ticket, dear God, get your ticket. I tell people all the time, same offer I make every single time. I will give you cash back on the spot for everything it costs you to get to there. If you can look me in the eye Sunday and tell me it has not been worth your time being there. I've been making that offer for over 20 years. I've only had one person come up to me on Sunday, and this lady was a mess. She said, "You said that if I could tell you that it wasn't worth me being here, you'd give me my money back." And I said, "Yes, that's what I said. Has it been worth you being here?" She's like, "Oh my God, I loved it. But you said if I said it wasn't." I was like, "Whew, if your integrity is that inexpensive, I got big concerns for the rest of your life, sweetheart. If integrity means that little to you." Seriously, no one's ever legitimately taken me up on it because that's how good the events are. It will be a life-changing event. The events are how you grow yourself and grow your business. The boot camp at the office this Saturday, that'll take 12 months off your learning curve as far as writing business and recruiting people. The view from the edge, that'll take another 12 months off your learning curve. See, that's how you make a lot of money over a short period of time. You collapse the time it would normally take you to learn and become who you need to become to get to that income by being at these events. One other event I do want to throw at you, TWC will be live in Burlington tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern time. If you want to get there live, let me know. I will get you a seat in the studio. It's going to be live. If you've never had a chance to go to a live TWC at the corporate campus, it's unless you've done it, you don't know how awesome it is. Does this make sense? So if you can get to Burlington, North Carolina tomorrow, let me know. I'll get you a seat at that live TWC. All right. That's our information. Let's get into the content. First off, Mercedes, come on. I can't wait to hear what you have to say. I was telling Holly all weekend, I was like, I'm going to find out what she's doing. I'm going to tell everybody because you are killing it, Mercedes. Are you there? All
I'm
right.
here. Can you hear me?
Hey, there you are. Awesome.
Hi.
Mercedes, light us up. You jumped in. You said, I'm going after these IUL leads, and then you killed it. And so I just could not have been more excited. I'm traveling all week last week, right? And I hear on Friday what happened. I'm like, let's go. I was so excited. So share with us. I'm gonna mute out and I'm gonna listen to you and just tell us what did you do? How did you do it? What did you learn? Hey, what did you learn? I know you definitely learned some stuff too, right? When you do something for the first time, you make mistakes and you learn, but by God, over 22,000. I'm just so impressed, so fired up. So light us up, talk to us for a little bit.
Hi, David, Nathan. Thank you so much, Stephen and Holly. I'm I'm truly excited. That is unbelievable. That is my dream come true, and especially Gustavo dream come true. That is awesome. This kind of IUL leads change the game, at least my game at all. Kind of different is a leads. That is awesome. And thank you, Andy and Jane, to bring a new opportunity to make money, to help family. I'm so blessed to be in the Alliance. What happened? As you say, I saw this TWC Andy already talking about the new IUL leads, but this is in this moment it's in Spanish, and they say, "Oh my goodness, awesome! We are trending right now." And yes, and jumping in this new, it's kind of the new IULs leads, but it's not about the IUL. It's people who ask about the retirement saving or IUL, if you want to say in that way. But the thing is to do the same thing that we are doing before, because I complete my green sheet in each conversation, and again, it's open for new business and for new things. No, it's not only IUL. You have a client who requests some information, and your job is bring this kind of information and educate it and help families, and it's awesome, Stephen. I want to know how this is a simple job. It's not easy. It's a simple, and that happened over the phone. Over the phone is kind of the same. You connect with your client, you ask many questions, complete the green sheet, and boom, the magic happens. I want to share with you how many things I learned in the last week, because this is pretty new. So one thing that I learned is that you must to know about the product. No, you don't need to be Gina Hawks. Nobody is like her. So, but know the basics of products. Like she say all the time, about term, whole life, and also definitely IULs. You must to know, you have some experience to be sitting with friends, family, clients before do this over the phone. So that is basic to do this. My script, that this is kind of the script Olga Maris, I I was with Olga the last week, listen her how she do this kind of calls, and we are fixing the script. The script is pretty simple, because this is, like I said before, this is a simple thing to do. It's not easy, but yes, it's simple. The first time that I talk with somebody, let's say Steven, hi Steven, and he say, yeah, hi, this is Mercedes Pina, and I'm calling you from, I'm calling you from the Retirements and Savings Centers IUL. The reason of my call is gives your information about IUL. I have many licenses in the different states. Where are you located? People say where I'm located, and I say, okay, my license number is blah, 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 period. We talk with somebody, we talk with people in the short, that is the script in the short way. It's pretty simple. We don't want to listen like we are telemarketing. Telemarketing never say, hey, I'm calling you for this. This is the reason. We are more direct in this way. And the thing is, the IUL leads are coming and coming. You call them immediately. And that's exactly what happened, Stephen. People start saying, yes, okay, I want to try, I want to do it. And like I say, the magic happens. The magic happens. I'm learning, I'm still learning. I'm kind of fanatic about this, because it's work. And still, I'm working from my house, and that is awesome. Like I say, this is a dream come true. And I think it's more opportunity to help people, to help family, to bring more Spanish speaker agents into the alliance, and grow the thing, I'm so excited, so excited. So I don't know if you have an extra question did I miss?
That was awesome. That was awesome. I love how simple it is. And I love your excitement about it. And I'm like you. I think every single person in the United States of America needs to get an IUL going, needs to get a retirement plan going. Because if you think Social Security is going to be here for all of us, I got bad news. You know what I'm saying? I always joke around hotspots. I'll say, you know what a Ponzi scheme is? Ponzi scheme is when you use you use new investors' money to pay old investors back. That's Social Security. That'll make me paranoid. I believe everybody in America needs an IUL. I'm so proud of you for jumping on this. I can't wait to watch the numbers as they continue to grow. And we're going to do more trainings on how to work these leads. So if you want to get in on the IUL leads, text me, text your direct upline. We will get you connected with these IUL leads. They will start coming in fast. They will start coming in furious. It's about $1,500 a month, right? Mercedes is what you're budgeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go crazier, you can go crazier. But you see what she's already doing. And this is first week. You know what I'm saying? And she figured a bunch of stuff out. So it's only going to get better and better. I'm so proud of you, Mercedes. You're killing it. Can't wait to be down there in April with you guys right before View from the Edge. What a perfect time to get everybody together. So awesome. All right. Appreciate you, Mercedes. Now, our next guest, our guests, Jared and Rachel Doucette, these guys on stage at National Convention, I was like, I want to spend more time getting to know them. I started to get to know them a little bit at Breakthrough in Orlando. I've seen them coming on the scene. I've seen their numbers. But when I saw like on stage at National Convention, I was like, oh no, these guys are serious. These guys are going to do some big stuff. And I want to get them talking to the team. So Jared and Rachel, y'all come on. I appreciate you guys sharing your time with us today. I know you're crazy, crazy busy. I know this isn't your team. I appreciate you helping us. I will do anything I can to help you guys any way I can. But come on, man. I just same thing. I'm gonna mute out. I'm gonna listen in. I wanna hear what y'all have going on. I know I sent you some questions I had that I wanted to hear some answers to. But come on, light us up, brother.
Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate you having us on here, giving us the opportunity to kind of pour into your team. My name is Jared Doucette. This is my beautiful wife, Rachel Doucette. We are here in Orlando, Florida. We have been in the business for, I think this is our third full year now, so no longer rookies. We're running with some of the big guys now, which is pretty fun. But so to kind of get started, people in the Alliance always come from different places. My background is I was in construction for about 12 years. I was a contract welder. So all that means is that I was going all over the country doing different welding jobs. And it was good. I was making pretty good money doing it, but I was making pretty good money doing it, but at the same time, I didn't have a lot of time with my kids. And that's not something I really wanted to be doing. I didn't want to be raising my kids through an iPhone. I was becoming the dad I didn't want to be. A lot of the times in the trades, you see guys that are 20, 30 years down the road and they're all divorced, busted, kids don't like them. And I was just like, I don't want to be doing that. So we made the move from New Hampshire down to Orlando about 2-3 years ago. And about 2-3 years ago, and found the Alliance. And then my beautiful wife, Rachel, I somehow convinced her to do it with me.
Yeah, he recruited me for sure. But yeah, just like Jared said, we lived up in New Hampshire. We moved down here 3 years ago. But prior to finding the Alliance, I was working full time as a social worker in corrections, so prisons, jails, maximum securities, things like that, trying to reduce recidivism. And I was also working part-time in nursing as well. And we did have a really good life up there, but Jared wasn't around a whole lot. I was working both jobs a lot. So even though we had the house that we built on the lake and the boat and all the toys, we didn't have that freedom that we wanted. And that was the freedom with our time. We had financial freedom, but again, not with that time. So when we moved down here, I had no idea what we were going to do for work. And Jared found insurance off Craigslist and went and got his license, told me about it. I heard him having a phone call with Jason Mathis and Kyle Harry about the business and the opportunity, and they're having a big national event coming up and we should go. And Jason actually bribed us to go, which is a funny story. But we ended up going and we fell in love with it, and seeing all the different people up on stage telling their story, like Megan Wood, Steffi Rodriguez, Davies, we heard you that first time as well. It just kind of blew our minds and kind of opened up all the different possibilities that we have now in this business and what we can do.
Yeah. So, one of the questions Stephen had asked was that, what drives us to build the business, and what motivates us to compete with people who have been doing it, doing it longer than us and at a higher level. One of the things was, rising tides, raises all ships. So we knew if we were trying to go after people that were at the top of the leaderboards, that it would force us to grow definitely and really kind of up our game. So, Stephen was right. Last year, we finished #1 rookie recruiter, but we also finished #3 recruiter overall in the Alliance. And I'll tell you, the one thing that really probably kept us going was just, I don't know, it might sound shallow, but I just didn't really like being at the bottom of the leaderboard for it. So, whether it's sales or recruiting, we just wanted to be up there with them, and it forced us to grow pretty quick. Because I'm a big Jim Rohn fan, and one of his great quotes is become a millionaire not for the money, but for what it will make of you. So we became top recruiters, not to get all the people in, but to gain the skills that it takes to do that. And it was, I don't know.
We put ourselves around a lot of the successful people that were doing it, because when you surround yourself with those successful people, your standards of excellence change, right? So if you're constantly around, Stephen Davies, Jason Mathis, Alex Abian, all those people that are recruiting and building, like you have to keep up with them. You know, you're only gonna catch on to what they're doing. You're gonna catch their fire and you're gonna grow as well. It's a lot of high activity.
Yeah. And then we have two little kids. We have two sons, Carter and Oliver. So as far as like what really drives us, we know it's a lot of work now. Like we're working more than we used to as far as the business I had before. But we know that within a couple of years, that work-life balance is really gonna flip, and we're gonna have a lot more time with our kids to do stuff. And one of the things that we didn't think was gonna happen is when we got into this, we didn't really think our kids would be in it. You know, because even if you come to a hot spot in Orlando, like you'll probably see our kids there or something like that. And it's just crazy because now our kids get to associate with the same people that we are, and like they're getting to grow just from being around that, not even really intentionally, just from kind of getting around the same amount of people. Like I know some of the stuff that's being said, whether they hear it consciously or subconsciously, they're going to start catching on to some of the stuff.
They could probably show the opportunity better than most new agents, which is pretty funny. But yeah, they come to all the events and, you know, they hang out with Riddle and even Albright. And it's just cool for our kids to already be in the business that young.
Yeah.
And, you know, he knows my phone script, he knows my recruiting script, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for them to turn 18 and get their license and hop
Yeah.
on
We have a
board.
couple of young Emily Katzes, you know,
That's
just
right.
raise them in and they'll be fine. But I really like a lot of the reason why we push so hard and really want to do it is just, you know, why not? Like there's people who are always looking for an opportunity to do something better in life. And here at the Alliance, you know, like we have it. You know, we recruited a lot of people last year. And when you hear the stories of where they came from, whether it be lack of mentorship, lack of products, just lack of anything, like we have that here.
Mhm.
You know, we can sit with anybody from ages, you know, 40 to 80 right now and get them covered. And we have a new company coming on that's going to be from age 0 to 89 that we can get anybody covered. And just that right there has been a lot to get kind of people in to look at the opportunity that we have here. But when they see the mentorship, the leadership that's here, that's usually what gets them up and going and pretty fired up. It's always fun for us to bring new agents on and to show them how we can build their book of business and how we can kind of build their life out for them, whether it's sales or recruiting. Like we're here to help our people and just kind of get them up and going. And that's really kind of what keeps us, I think that's what keeps me fired up more than anything. But yeah, as far as our schedule goes and kind of what we do, pretty standard. You know, dial Monday for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday for Friday, Saturday. If we don't hit our numbers, we'll also run on Sunday as well, just to try to make up for some of that. Or if we have an agent who's looking to do some work on the weekend, we'll kind of fit that in as well.
And then recruiting in between as well.
Yeah.
So training on Mondays, Thursdays, which are my office style days. Even running appointments with some agents.
Hire staff too. We hired staff pretty early in the process. And now whether you're able to hire someone full-time, part-time, or almost none of the time, like that part has been pretty huge for us. You know, we wouldn't be able to do what we did last year if we hadn't hired staff when we did. And now that we see the value in it, I mean, it's uncomfortable at first, but it forces you to work a lot more when you've got someone else's payroll that you're responsible for, someone else's life. It really does force you to get a lot better at what you're doing and become more serious in the business. So even if you can only hire someone for 5 hours a week, I highly recommend it because it's going to force you to really kind of up your game and what you're doing.
Yeah, it was cool we won our first trip with the Alliance the first year going to Ireland. And we even got to go to London beforehand, but it was cool to be there for 2 weeks and our business was still running because we had staff and we had grown a team and depth. So, you know, we had paychecks coming in while we were there. Like that was cool.
Yeah. And just to get that little bit of taste of it was enough to now we're just in way harder than we were before.
Yeah.
I think, you know, it gave a lot of belief for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Am I on? All right. Hey, I love the stuff you're saying. So the first thing I love is that you didn't unveil some magic secret trick play that makes the recruits come from all over with no effort. What you guys are doing is putting in effort, man. I love it. It like just some of the notes I'm making here about you guys. It's clear that you bought in, right? And that's such a big deal if you're going to grow the business. You got to buy in, man. Just buy in. Act like it's gonna work, and it will work.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny, people that kind of, tiptoe in, put a little foot in the water, and it's like you're never gonna have fun putting a toe in the water. All I know is you gotta get
Yeah.
all the way in to have fun. Does that make sense? But you guys are clearly bought in, you're making that stuff happen. I love that you have the structure and the schedule, right? A structure produces predictable results. Like if I produced results and it wasn't from a structure and a schedule, I would freak out because I'm like, I don't know what it's not sustainable. Does that make sense? And then hiring staff, so smart. And I like that you said hire staff before you think you can, right? Because if you're waiting till you're like, okay, I have arrived at a place mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially where I can hire staff now. So now I shall begin. You're never going to get there. You're never going to get there. It's like anything, right? Just like anything. Got to just jump in. I love the Jim Rohn quote. I was like, I knew I liked y'all like first time I started hanging around you guys. But then you start talking about Jim Rohn. I was like, oh, yeah, those are my people. I love Jim Rohn, man. And that's the thing about goals. What you said is dead on, Jared. It's about who you become in the process, right? If you lose 10 pounds, it's not the 10 pounds you lost, it's that you became a different person through that. I loved what you said, Rachel, about putting yourself around successful people. We're the same way with our kids. Keep them around leadership culture. And it's just so cool to watch them go. It's so cool to see the way they think. Like if you could see Tinsley, our 12-year-old's journal and the self-development she does at 12, I'm like, golly, at 12, I don't even know what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm having fun pulling pranks, doing stupid stuff. That's what I was doing. And then high activity. I love that you said high activity because that's how you get it. And you guys are right. It's about seasons. You're in a season where you're going to put in more, and it's sowing and reaping. Does that make sense? So your thought process is dead on there. It's clear you guys are being mentored by Jason Mathis and Andy Riddle and sharp people. So on behalf of the Alliance, well, on behalf of my team, thank you for being with us today. Anything I can do for you, you let me know. I'll do anything I can to help you. And on behalf of the whole Alliance, man, thank you for coming on like a storm. We all need new examples to move us. And so I am very appreciative for you guys and the example you set. Appreciate y'all being on. Let me know anything I can do to help, okay?
Thank you.
All right, that's our call. I've got to get together with the base shop leaders. Then I've got to get on a call with Marcus Setta about the view. Then I've got to get on a call with Andy Albright. Then I got to get on a call with Mercedes again. I got calls to do. All right, so we're going to wind down the call. Here's what I know, guys. Get to boot camp here Saturday at my office in Asheville. We will take 12 months off your learning curve. I promise you that. Get to a view from the edge, April 12th through the 14th. Those two events right there, spaced perfectly for you to make a massive move forward. You know, I don't know how old you are, but I'm 43. So we played a video game called Excite Bike, which was it was a motorcycle racing game. And there was these strips you could hit, and you'd hit that strip and you go like pick up speed. That's what we've got with this Saturday. And then what we've got coming up with the view is a speed up strip. Guys, get involved. Let's go. View from the Edge tickets do go up at midnight. Just know I'd grab some extras. I'd grab some for my friends. I'm telling you, it's going to be epic. Guys, Holly and I love you. We want you to win more than you could possibly understand. We want 2024 to be the best year in the history of your family. Let's get out. Let's get after it. Let's get it. Love y'all.